Somehow it's November and we're still talking about Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, but I assure you there is a good reason for that. As Sony Pictures Home Entertainment recently released its Q2 financial results, and despite Sony seeing an overall dip in revenue, Frozen Empire emerged as a standout top seller and one of the quarter's key highlights. And just so we're clear, Frozen Empire did not break any box office records, something we're going to touch on later. However, its at-home release saw an impressive performance, topping multiple sales charts. I mean, it performed well on Netflix right out of the gate, securing 1.4 billion minutes viewed within its first week, propelling it to the #1 spot on Nielsen streaming charts for the week ending July 28th. In fact, during Sony's briefing, Ghostbusters' top-selling success, it was highlighted alongside other established IPs including Bad Boys Ride or Die, the Garfield movie, and the adult comedy Anyone But You. And talking about box office, overall, Sony, their revenue, it did drop 13% year over year to $237 million. While there were strong performers like It Ends With Us, which significantly overperformed with a global gross of $349 million on a modest $25 million budget, alongside Bad Boys Ride or Die and the Garfield movie, other titles, in particular Frozen Empire, is thought to have turned a profit thanks to at-home sales and product tie-ins, with the film's theatrical run reaching just over $200 million globally against a $100 million budget. The overall revenue decline, again 13% year over year, is further attributed to underperformers such as Fly Me to the Moon and Harold and the Purple Crayon, both of which fell short of covering their initial production costs. Now, one bright spot for Sony was its growth in streaming revenue, with content licensing primarily through platforms like Netflix rising nearly 30% to $290 million, bolstered significantly by the success of Frozen Empire. This trend, it does look to bode well for the upcoming Ghostbusters animated series, a collaborative production between both Netflix and Sony Pictures Animation. And likely some of you are already taking to the comment section asking, okay, great, when is the next Ghostbusters movie being announced? Well, while nothing is official just yet, in a previous interview with the director Gil Kinnan, he would say, we definitely are continuing the conversation of telling big Ghostbuster stories on the big screen, and stay tuned, there'll be more about that later. Hopefully later is soon as well, more information on that impending Netflix series. With that said, that's all I've got for you for this one. As always, subscribe. If you'd like to join up with Ghostbusters news, check out our Patreon page. A link to that is in this video's description, and we'll see you right back here next time.
Your spine, your senses don't deceive you. Call up the guys who are ready to believe you. The number's 555-2368. But before you call, let's get something straight. What do you do when the ghost isn't busted? Is it the source universally trusted? If you got a case of Ghostbusting blues, the cure for sure is Ghostbusters news. Jason's the guy who's doing the heavy lifting.